It's potato time. Yes, that's right. Today I'm making every type of French fry that I have ever heard of, and I'm going to show you how to make them, what the differences are between them, and that you can also become a French fry master, a title that I just gave myself at the start of this video. I have a whole bunch of potatoes over here that I just washed, and the first step is going to just be literally peeling them. So let's grab our peeler and peel your taters. I've peeled all my taters, and I'm gonna start right now with my wedge potatoes because I'm gonna bake these. Most of the French fries we're doing will be deep fried, but I figured, you know what I want to show some variability, you know, switch things up a little bit. Just take the knife, cut it on an angle, kind of like you would with a lemon, into large wedges, just like that. Potato's been wedgified. Get it nice and dry. You want dry potatoes. Only thing worse than a hot potato is a dry potato. Those have been thoroughly patted. Now take some olive oil, some kosher salt, freshly cracked pep. Use your hands to massage that through. Whoa, my love. Let me show you this little trick. Come here. Let's go. Grab the old foot, open the oven with the toes, straight into the oven, and we're gonna bake these for probably 30 minutes or so. We'll check on them then. And meanwhile, let's keep cutting up our taters. Crinkle time. Use the crinkle tool to cut it 3/4 of a centimeter thick. That is what you're going for. I'm just a man who gets excited about potatoes. Take a paper towel and dry these. You do not want to have any moisture, or that will make the oil sputter. Here I have my oil. I'm gonna do a 2-step frying process. Very important. The first step is more of a blanch. What that's gonna do is it is going to just, start the cooking process, get it fully cooked on the inside, and then we'll put it back in, and it will get nice and crispy. We're at 277, so you wanna be about 300 degrees Fahrenheit for your blanch. Oh wow, this is moving slow. Grab your French fries, place it on our spider. Now, this is called a spider. It's not a reptile. Well, no, regular spiders, not reptiles either. It's not an insect. Are they insects even? Place the fries into our oil, and we're gonna deep fry these for a bit of time until they're like very faintly golden brown adjacent on the edges. Make sure to monitor your oil temp. These are a nice, very light golden brown. That is when you're ready to take them out. Drain off the excess oil straight onto our parchment paper. By parchment paper, I definitely mean paper towel. Next up, you're just standard, like rough cut, hand cut French fry. And I'm just doing it with the skin on. We're gonna cut these about 1/3 of an inch thick. I really think the skin adds some nice texture, kind of adds a little color, makes the fries look a little friendly, a little rough around the edges. Pat those dry. And just repeat the process we did last time, placing them onto the spider, place them into there, and we're gonna fry again for about 5 minutes. Not gonna lie, these are a little bit darker than I want, so I'm definitely gonna keep a better eye on the temp of the oil. You wanna be around between like 275 and 300. There we go. This is the correct way. See how they're kind of matte? They like almost want to turn golden brown. That is the right way. These, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do this fully correctly. That's okay. Transfer to our cooling. It's not a cooling rack. I can't even speak the the language of English. Now it is time for waffle one. Waffle fry. Waffle fries are definitely the hardest, not the hardest, but they're up there because it does take a special tool, a waffle fry mandolin. Mandolins are dangerous. You want to be very careful with them, so use caution. This waffle cutter mandolin has this blade here, and it's all about getting these like 90-degree turns. So take your potato very carefully. We're going to make our first cut. As you can see, it makes that shape like that. Then I'm going to give it a 90-degree turn. Gonna do another cut, and of course this is the edge of the potato, but as you can see, you then get the iconic shape. Waffle fries, I feel like for me, until I started cooking, were always a mystery. How do they cut them? Where do they come from? Are they made of potatoes? I do think waffle fries, when you make them from scratch, are one of the most rewarding ones because you feel like you're a machine. That's a waffle fry if I've ever seen one. This one is definitely a harder one to dry because, you know, there's just an obscene amount of surface area. Grab our spider. If I were a potato, what type of French fry would I be? I would be a seasoned fry because, you know, well, I would be a heavily seasoned waffle fry. I take a lot to look good. I don't wake up like this. These are looking good. Just a little scoopy doop out of here, straight onto there. Wow, this is like a French fry buffet. I miss buffets. I know this pandemic's been hard, but, and I've felt the brunt a lot of it, but buffets are the underrated, upsetting part of the pandemic. I have been quoted as saying that there is no better sauce to dip French fries into than mashed potatoes. And the reason that is I was on a cruise ship and they put the French fries next to the mashed potatoes. Now, any sane person would take both. And while I was eating them, I ran out of ketchup. And then I dipped it in the mashed potatoes, and it was just a delightful experience. So next time you have mashed potatoes and French fries, dip them into each other. It's a meta experience. That's what I'm trying to say.
Meta.
Shoestring time. Grab another potato. Shoestrings are, like the name would suggest, string. So I'm gonna cut off the bottom so I have a flat edge here, and you basically want to cut them like very thin. Is a shoestring a shoelace? Oh my god, imagine they were called shoelace potatoes. I'm trying to think of cutting French fries as like, imagine there's an elderly lady on your shoulder yelling at you.
You just can't wait for me to die, can you?
Now, we actually are not going to blanch the shoestring. Now that we have done the shoestring, we are going to take these and we are going to freeze them. Is this the right freezer to put them in? No. We're just going to put them in the right freezer. All right, let's go to the right freezer. It's the ugly freezer. No one sees this. This is what you don't get to see in cooking shows. Hello. I'm coming to you from an advertisement for my debut cookbook, Eitan Eats the World. It is full of 85 of my favorite comfort food recipes that I simply cannot wait to share from my kitchen to yours. You can pre-order my debut book on EitanEatsTheWorld.com. It's right there. And at all your favorite bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, wherever you buy your books, you can buy my book. It's crazy. I'm owning up to my mistakes. I was supposed to cut the steak fries next because I want to get all of my blanching done. So we're gonna act like that never happened. You didn't see these shoestring fries. They never occurred. Steak fries. Very important when eating steak. I personally love the experience of dipping a thick French fry into some meat juice. No, I'm not saying that. Sorry. I personally love the experience of dipping a thick French fry into some liquids produced by steaks.
It sounds like you said dick French fry. Give us some more TH.
Oh, okay.
Thick. Sorry, we have a very like a dick French fry. Oh my god.
I like deep frying. Okay, nope.
Nope.
Just, you know, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut each of these basically into like, they're thick. I guess we're only gonna get like 9 of these fries. Flatten them out, pat, pat, pat into the oil. And these are gonna take a bit longer. So I'm gonna guess these ones will take 7 minutes. Here we go. These are ready. This is the last of our blanched fries. So I am going to just pop this in the freezer. My other French fries are still in here. How are they looking? Oh, they're done. Okay, a little extra crispy, but done. It's a crispy fry. Okay, here I have a spiralizer. You definitely need one of these to do this one. Shove the potato onto the thing. I am not an experienced spiralizer, I'm not gonna lie. And just start cranking. Oh, there we go. These actually came out thicker than I anticipated, but they're definitely still on the thin side on the fry scale. Straight into the oil, and we're just frying those up. These look delicious. Pull it out, strain off the excess oil. Over here, I just have some Cajun seasoning. The recipe for this Cajun seasoning is on eitanbernath.com. Not even gonna tell you. You have to go. Put in the work. It's very important to season your fries pretty fresh out of the oil because you need some of that oil on there to help it stick. Ooh, that is some great seasoning. And give it a little toss-a-roo. Sweet potato time. So I am doing an air-fried sweet potato. I feel like sweet potatoes are a little snobby, and I feel like they would be air-fried.
Yes, quite good.
Indeed.
Most certainly. What year is it?
51.
Ah, delectable. Indeed.
Yes.
Oh dear, what is it? I've spontaneously combusted.
Just peel your sweet potato. Woo! Gonna cut them into fry shapes. Potatoes into the air fryer. I'm just gonna give them a little drizzle. A little salt. And into the air fryer. Air fry, 400. Nope, I just turned it off. Sweet potatoes are done. Shoestrings into the oil to fry up until golden brown. Now, while that's going on, let's go get our other French fries. Look at those blanched. These look nice and golden brown. Drain off the excess oil. So just like with the Cajun one, it is important to season right away. Hit them with some Salt Bay action immediately after add the oil, and it's game time. Crinkle cut, those go straight into there. Ooh, those are golden brown. Take them out. Wow, those look good. And a rapid salt action. Rapid response. Regular cut time. You might be wondering, Eitan, why is it called French fries? Well, there are probably more origin stories than type of French fries that I'm currently making in this video. But one of them that's my personal favorite is that Americans saw them being eaten by the French and the Belgian. What are people from Belgium called? The French and the Belgians eating them, but the Belgians were speaking French. So the Americans assumed they were just French. So that's how they got the famous title, French fry. But it could also not be. Whoa ho ho! I make lots of sounds when I make French fries. Salt. Waffle time. Those crisped up quite quickly. We were thick steaks. Well, they're not steak. Thick cut fries into the oil. Looking good. Drain and onto here. I have the fries. I have the sauces. I am ready to eat. I am Eitan. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know the famous saying, different fries for different guys, different taters for different gators, different tates for different mates. These have seasoning on them. They don't need any sauce. Cheers. Woo! Woo! It's getting hot in here. It's just me. I love them. Delicious. Still hot. Okay. Here I have our wedge fries into the ranch. Dippy dip. Oh. That's a proud potato. It's time for the old waffle, which I'm very excited for. What am I feeling? I'm feeling ketchup. Waffle has ketchup energy to it, I think. And it really scoops up the sauce. Shoestring, by nature, is thin. By practice, you eat at least 4 at a time. Therefore, we're gonna dip it in our barbecue sauce. Oh, yeah. They're enjoyable. That's my description. Crinkle cut. Again, they're gonna be good for picking up the sauce. So, as if my mouth was not already on fire, time for hot sauce. Cheers. Woohoo! Crinkle cuts know what's up. Steak fries. I don't have any steak here, but what's the closest thing to steak that I do have? Barbecue! You know you've done a steak fry right when it's not undercooked. You ever heard the saying, limp chips sink ships? Well, my stick has shrunken. Sunken. I can take my sweet potato, dip it in the honey mustard. I'm feeling good, feeling fresh. I'm gonna be really honest with you. Not my favorite. I feel like when I think of a French fry, this is what I think of. A little skin on the outside, rough around the edges, remind you of the dirt it was grown in, and just like semi-thick. I'm gonna take this, dip it in my homemade mayonnaise. Cheers. It's just perfect. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you had as much fun as me. I had a lot of fun right now. If you want these recipes, you can find them on eitanbernath.com. Or you could just rewind and watch it again, but you do you. Subscribe, comment, hit the like button if you haven't already. Follow me on all the socials at Eitan, E-I-T-A-N. Eitan Eats the World. You can pre-order that if you want some recipes. Maybe you don't want recipes. I think you probably do. Eitan Eats the World. If you need me, I'm gonna be eating the rest of my French fries. This is a great day.